You found someone perfect.
Fox, hey. Bitch, woman's over, coach put me in the game. Walking in the venue, surprised that they know my name. I paid nothing for these shoes, 200 on the chain. It'll be gold plated till I can afford the whole thing. Cheap as fuck, best believe it. If I ain't got a coupon for it, then I don't need it. Fuck Gucci, Louis Prada, cop some GPC. I told her bust it open, throw it back like PSPs. Want a verse from me, then that's a fee. If you from the crib, then it's free.
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Crank Up HBCU Band Podcast. I'm Horatio.
My name is Manny. How y'all doing?
What's up, man? Welcome back to another week of, the band season is gradually getting back to what we knew it to be, So I'm excited. So, how you doing, man?
Yeah, it's all good. I'm glad to see that bands are back and performing. Last time, we just being appreciative. And as the ball keeps going on, we start looking forward to the fall. Looking forward to the summer, too, because I hear some summer bands. We're not really going to talk about it, but they're potentially being active this summer.
Oh, really? It's some all-star acts particularly possibly happening.
Yeah. So, band is coming. And, when band is coming, that's good. We're seeing a lot of things in the pandemic change how bands approach things. So it's really, I'm looking forward to an intense fall this season. Yeah.
Speaking of how bands have changed, man, this week in particular, the virtual battle between Texas Southern and Alcorn was a big deal. Shout out to Smash Time. I know we had talked about virtual battles, I would say like episode 1, but and that's something that needed to happen, especially now in this environment. So, how do you feel about the virtual battle, man? Because it's not live. It's not live.
It's different, but given the state that we're in, why not? Why not give the fans something that they can listen to and have happen and still have something competitive?
Yeah.
Like that, the competition is very huge in our band culture. So, give a little something, get a little virtual battle going. It's not going to be authentic because in the band battles, you feed off each other's energy, and it's not going to have that, but it's better than nothing,
Right. And especially with
shout out to Smash Time.
Especially with these being pre-recorded, like a template had to be given to both bands as far as like what like rounds. You know what I'm saying? Like high school you have rounds of like So like that's kind of the gist of what this kind of was. And going to each school on different days, I'd imagine, and recording. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff. But for the battle, I enjoyed it, man. I like you said, I enjoyed seeing some type of competitive, ness in what we're doing right now. Who you think took the battle? What you thought about it overall?
I give it to Alcorn altogether, but I enjoyed things from both bands.
Right.
I really enjoyed things. I'm starting with Texas Southern, really. Good sound. It sounded pretty good. They sounded played together very well. Need some work in the upper brass area to help it out. Euphoniums, they were present and they sounded good. And I appreciate them using good balance because looking at them, I was like, they could be a lot louder than what they're playing, but they don't need to based on the size and numbers of the other band. And Alcorn, trumpets did great. Arrangements were very creative.
Definitely.
Very creative.
And I think something that's good about Alcorn
is
that they are highlighting. Someone always talked about Alcorn too, because even at A&T, we battled at Alcorn twice when I was there. So some of Alcorn that I liked is that they showcase their student arrangers. I know they have a student arranger that's ahead of them. Well, that's was in front of them for like a couple songs for this battle. But I know in the previous years they had like bass drum players who were an arranger. So I actually like that. How do you like? What do you think about that? Like having the student come out and arrange the song that they wrote.
I like conducting it and arranging it too. That's what you mean?
I mean, conducting. My fault. Conducting.
I think I enjoy it, and it gives opportunity to other people coming up in the music world. They can see that as a student, you can come up to the podium, and it inspires a lot of people. I like it, and being on the podium gives a lot of energy.
Yeah.
And you see one of your peers up there, it might give a different feel. It might bring a different type of energy than it was if it was the band too.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shout out to programs that can see that talent in their students, and because a lot of times like you said, they may not even be comfortable conducting it. But
Mm-hmm.
energy that especially in the band, you want to see your peer song do well. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially in that type of situation. So shout out to the programs for being able to see that talent in their students
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
allow them to be able to conduct those songs.
Because it gives them experience before they go out and get their own jobs, whether it be at the same school or somewhere else. Everybody can't say that they stood in front of and conducted a high level HBCU
Right,
band.
definitely. So I feel like a standout for me. I would go Alcorn as well. I feel like Alcorn's energy was just a lot better, or
Mm-hmm.
more even in the promo video that Smash Time released, where they were in their band room and Texas Southern was still outside where they were at. I feel like Alcorn's energy was a lot more there. And to me,
I agree with that.
a standout song that they played was they kind of played it early was "American Boy" by Estelle.
Mm-hmm.
We got Song of the Week coming up at the end. I think that's probably one of my choices for the week. I feel like that was something that's a song I haven't heard many bands play, so I was excited to hear that arrangement. And like I said, it was from a student, so it was it's different. A lot of the arrangements are kind of out of the box.
Yeah, it had a different feel to it than the original song. It's more driving, but the song drives, but it just felt a little different,
Hmm.
but in a good way. It felt authentic. It felt unique. It felt intentional. Yeah. So, I really agree with that. Everything you said too about the energy. Oh, a lot of the songs came with a lot of energy, force, and drive,
Hmm.
and that really impacts how you feel about a band too. Because when a band has a lot of energy, it's hard to deny it. It's
Yeah,
hard
and
to deny.
I feel like Texas Southern against Alcorn. Texas Southern songs to me are easier. Like
Mm-hmm.
very focused on. And I think that's a change that I'm starting to see in Alcorn and Talladega, who we get to later, is that
Mm-hmm.
there a lot of the focus is getting less off of well crank, not well. I mean like cranking up like or trying to be you know as loud as possible, or
Mm-hmm.
or picking arrangements that are kind of easy but can crank a lot, um,
Right.
to being more musical. I feel like I'm seeing that in a difference with Alcorn, at least in this battle between Alcorn and Texas Southern. But I feel like as far as the whole battle, Texas Southern ended better than Alcorn. I feel like it got Alcorn got more stale towards the end, and Texas Southern
Yeah,
ramped up towards the end. They kind of got better towards the end than they did at the beginning.
I agree with that one. I was one thing that had me about Alcorn is just the sound of the euphonium. It ruined the sound of the band for me in a lot of places.
Really,
Where
you know, like the Roo Squad, bro. Come on, man.
no, I didn't like it. Like I can't. I call it like it is. Like I didn't like it. The arrangements were good. They played well. I just didn't like the tone that was coming out of the horn.
Hmm.
And I feel like if they cleaned that up, it would have been really nice,
Yeah.
amazing band. I feel like it got in the way a lot for me at least.
Hmm.
And on the flip side of that, Texas Southern, the upper brass, it wasn't there as they should be as far as those arrangements and songs. And looking at the numbers, I can
Definitely,
understand it. You
that's
know,
that's definitely the case.
mm-hmm.
Texas Southern was definitely a lot smaller than Alcorn.
By significantly, you can see it,
Yeah,
but
I think
it
Texas
has
Southern
impact.
almost had like five mellows. Like what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
upper brass for Texas Southern has always kind of been like something that they've been, especially in the past 3-4 years, something
Mm-hmm.
that has been like it's been like something they balance it with the UFOs. Like they were trying to get
Mm-hmm.
more high brass players so they can balance out with their low.
Right. Because man, those useful those dudes dangerous. That's a dangerous squad,
Yeah, yeah,
and
oh
they,
yeah,
they sound good too. So
yeah,
it is what it is. You got to deal with that, and it's kind of like when you got a really good section and as players with a lot of presence, you got to have the other sections around it to balance it
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Or it's
I,
not going to
I don't
work.
know. I don't know how you feel about this. Subscribe to this podcast if you've been in a section and they looking at you and like your section is the too loud or loudest, and you're trying to explain to the band, I need y'all niggas to play too. Like this ain't look. It ain't about look. We're too loud or we're too aggressive, but I need y'all to help us out so that we don't. What I'm saying, we don't look like we're covering the whole band.
Right.
Do you agree with that, or do you think it's more like, what I'm saying, numbers. It's supposed to be, if it's too much, cut down, or what I'm saying. Or do you think people?
Hmm.
What you think?
I think people it needs to be an adjustment. I feel like on both parts though. It's a difference between sections just cold like that and y'all loud,
Yeah,
and the other sections not playing right notes and they don't have right tone, so it's not sending like that.
yeah,
Versus y'all a beast and they just need to play louder.
right,
If they don't have the amount of people to submit to match y'all or to make sure the sound is good regardless, y'all need to calm down a little bit. What's
yeah,
the difference? If you cold, you cold. The band world's gonna know you cold whether you playing at like a 10 out of 10 or you step it down to like an 8 or 9 when necessary.
mm-hmm.
And that's gonna make you a great section
I
because
said people respect that. People gonna
yeah.
respect that y'all could see the landscape of y'all program and back up to help
Mhm.
everybody else out. Yeah,
So it's necessary. If you a big euphonium section and your trumpet section small and it's their time to shine, let them shine.
yeah,
But when it's your time to come in, you smack. I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna go
right, right.
crazy.
Yeah. Also, Texas Southern ended like we said. I felt they ended better, but they ended with "Throat Baby." Obviously, look, this band season, there are going to be songs. Every year there's going to be a couple songs that every band
Hmm.
tries to play. Um, I feel like Texas Southern's arrangement was okay. I don't feel like it was the best out of all the ones I heard, but I definitely feel like it was a good arrangement for them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was a good
Yeah,
solution that they had. I feel like it's probably one of the best things that they played
it's pretty
um,
solid.
in the battle. Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so, but shout out to Smash Time though in general for bringing this moment to band heads as we have, what I'm saying, been lacking in band content. You know,
Right. This is where we put the little yelling, clapping people in the background of the
yeah,
podcast that we can't have yet.
most definitely. But yeah, shout out to them and shout out to these two bands for having to, what I'm saying, perform in front of nobody. I feel like that's the worst thing. It's like,
I hate performing in front of you. Hate
bro,
performing in front of
we
nobody.
both know how that is, man. Just having to perform just for something that's recorded. Oh, it sucks.
Regardless,
You gotta have that live energy just for a couple people.
people on the keyboards
Right.
at watching band clips at 2 a.m. You doing
Right.
it for them folks.
In there for us. So, but shout out to them, man. So moving on, Talladega. Um, Talladega. They didn't play a game. They just posted some clips. Outside or whatever.
Hmm.
Talladega. They still don't have a football team, so I know they still, they get it whenever they can.
Right.
Um, to me, and like I was saying earlier, I feel like Talladega is somebody who I feel like he's getting better, man. I know you hate on Talladega,
Again,
but I love
I do
Talladega.
not hate on Taylor.
I
I just said okay.
think
Previously,
Talladega is a premier band, bro.
I agree with what they posted in the spring. I agree.
Yeah,
First thing I noticed is the presentation. They
right.
look really good. They
Yeah,
look together
yeah.
in the stands. They looking clean.
Mm-hmm.
They look really good. They presented themselves very well.
Yeah,
And then they're playing a lot better too. They're playing a lot better.
yeah.
They're playing clean, so much cleaner. So much cleaner. The tones are a lot better.
The cutoffs, Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
To me, that was something that was holding me back from really giving all for Talladega. Was like, man, it could be, how you hear something, you be like, oh man, and then you hear the end, and you be like, oh, come on, man, why do you have to throw the in and away like this? You know what I'm saying? But I feel like they've gotten a lot better. They've gotten a lot more precise in their playing. But they dropped a couple clips, and I always love when bands are continually playing new music because
Hmm.
the game nowadays, bro, is obviously if you're not seeing people, bro, the internet is where people are going to see you at. So
Right.
to me, if I'm a band director, I'll be consistently trying to put out newer songs, newer things, so that people can still see you in a new light. Like you still okay. We know that this program is still going. I feel like Talladega
Right.
is really doing a good job of that.
I think so too. And then they showing themselves in a well manner. And a lot of these clips, man, I want to talk about Red Eye.
Yeah,
They sounded real good in the band.
really good.
Red Eye.
Yeah.
Was it wasn't the best. So I'm not gonna nitpick with them. But I say I'm enjoying it. I'm leaving there. I enjoyed it. It was
I
nice.
also would have heard them play it outside. I know they play other songs outside. Like I know they play
Mm,
song "Greedy."
that was nice too.
That
I
was cool.
enjoyed that.
And some other songs, but I know they played them outside. But the Red Eye man, I know we got songs that we coming up, so I know
Yeah.
that's a contender. For that too. I was talking about that earlier.
What did you think about their throw baby?
Did not, bro. Okay, you know what's crazy? I like the beginning because I saw somebody, one of my crab brothers on his Instagram. He was talking about it. He was like, he was watching it, in his room, whatever. He
Wow.
was saying that he thought it was bad. So I was in the gym and I put it on. Shout
Yeah.
out to people who listen to band music in the gym, bro. You already know what it is. We used to working out with band music around. So it's a, you know what I'm saying, we used to it. But either way, I put it on, and I like the beginning. I like the beginning, but it's just like I didn't like the tuba part. The tuba part was split.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but and again, "Throw Baby," like we said, is a song that people are gonna play because you can hear it being played by bands if you just hear it on the radio, if you just hear the song.
Same
So
thing. I said like with a lot of people playing Throw Baby, I was like, okay, it's not too much. You can really do with this song. And then
mhm.
I heard Talladega play it, and they did entirely too much
They
with
did way too much.
different. I'm like,
The
dip.
trombone part, I'm like, brother, come on, man, like this is a lot, bro.
It was a lot. The people are doing a lot with it. And it's
Yeah,
like, no, it's not quite hitting it, but I respect the creativity of it, but it's not landing. It's not
yeah,
landing how it should.
it's really not. Damn, man.
It's like it put me in a difficult place because I didn't like the arrangement, but they played it well.
Right.
So it was just made me like, well, they played it well, but that just wasn't it for me.
Yeah. But that's why I like HBCU bands because we really can like jump into how different arrangements matters. Like
Mhm.
it matters to just of course especially the band heads. People who don't know band, they'll just hear the song and just sing along and it's over. But they don't
Mhm.
understand that like, oh man, you didn't have to do that there, or you didn't. Why did you what I'm saying, do that? And arrangements definitely make a difference. So I like that we as a HBCU band culture can look at different schools play different songs. I mean, play the same song, and we can kind
Mhm.
of see look into their arranger, what they thought, what I'm saying, everything about their program just from their arrangement of that one song.
Right. You can see the different takes, the different ideas, and
Yeah,
then you get the style of the band too. When you compare the similar arrangements
hmm
within a program of itself, you can pick up on like, okay, I think this person wrote that, or it sounds like this person been listening to another band that does this thing.
yeah.
You
That's
know.
what I thought that too. I was like, part of this does sound like a little bit like Southern's.
hmm
Like some of the mellophone parts, I thought was sort of the same in the
hmm
trombone parts, but yeah, man. Shout out to Talladega. To me, I feel like they're increasing and just just getting better as a program. So I mean, shout out to
I,
them.
I think they're getting a lot better, man.
Yeah.
It's I want to see them in the fall, and I hope this is not the case that they play differently when they're recording outside by themselves and then
Oh
fuck it
man,
up when
bro.
they go see somebody else.
Talladega played at a I think I don't know it was in Alabama somewhere. They played at a game not like a
hmm
couple weeks ago, and it feel like they just threw everything out the window, bro. Bro, go watch some of them clips, man. I'm like, bro, this is not the Talladega that's at their house. You know what I'm saying? That's in at they practice, you know what I'm saying, field or whatever, chilling, bro, or the same way. But man, Bammers, bro, y'all got to be careful of that shit, man.
It's
And
real. It's
and
real. I've seen it.
that's the I guess the downfall of having like Corona time ban is that you don't see nobody. So then when you see people, you get like too enthused, or you get what I'm saying, you kind of throw everything that y'all practice out the window based off of emotions or heightened emotions. You know what I'm saying?
hmm Don't let the egos get you in trouble, man.
Yeah, we
Don't
talked
let
about
the egos make you sound bad. You've been
correct.
sounding good all week in practice, and then you go like, "Oh, I want to try this seed that I didn't hit all week, but I got the
I
juice
feel
today."
it though. It's right here.
And it was bricky.
Yeah, for real.
Now you want to cut,
Hey,
zooming in your face.
as long as you keep going. And look, especially since you've been recorded, man, you can't show nothing on your face. You really got to keep going. Like you really got to, because you got to point it out. Because niggas will screen record it and circle you on the what I'm saying, on Instagram.
Mhm.
But yeah, man, shout out to all these programs. Oh, also, man, Langston University, they had a game, bro. Langston University was not spaced out. Shout out to all these programs, bro, who are all you niggas just got on mask, bro, and I appreciate it, man, because it's hard. I'm sure it's hard to space out bands, even small bands. It's hard to space out people the right amount of CDC
Mhm.
guideline. You know what I'm saying? Length, but they was pretty much. It looked like they was. right back at it. You know what I'm saying?
They was at it, man.
Yeah.
One thing I saw while I was watching the field show, I saw the saxophones had the bell covers too. I'm like, but
You got the holes, bro.
like, but you got the Costco.
You got the
If
holes,
you ain't playing a low B flat, it's coming out the other holes.
bro.
But you got to be uniform too, so I understand.
Yeah.
But if I was playing, I was like, why? I was like, this is just for show.
And this spit coming out the hole, it coming out the hole too. So it's like,
Yeah. Was she gonna have little Langston shits all of the?
yeah. Shout out to everybody who getting these horn covers. I know we talked about horn. We have a whole episode called horn covers versus everybody, but shout out to everybody getting these horn covers, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Manny says it doesn't do anything. I'll say for some of y'all niggas, hey, look, it might be holding some of y'all back. But shout out to Langston. I mean, it sounded good. I haven't really dived into their band like that, so this week was my first time really like looking at a lot of their clips. They sounded pretty good. They sounded better than I thought. They was playing a lot of songs though from their previous season. I think they played every season from Roddy, which was a pretty old song, and a lot of like school stuff. But that brings me to, bro, we have to make a list on this podcast. We can do it right. The list of songs that your band should not be playing, bro. Bro, it's a list of songs, bro. Throw these songs away, bro. We get it. It's these band songs. Like, I'm gonna start off with number one, vice versa. Why is your
Vice
band
versa.
and vice versa, bro? And look, and we're gonna have. I'm gonna write it down. Vice versa is the number one song, and we're gonna add to the song add to this list every week. So I need you to give me a song that why our band's still playing.
We're gonna call it the band retirement home.
The band retired. There we go. Retire these songs for every program. It don't matter. I don't give a damn if the dancers have a specific dance for this.
Go ahead.
I don't care if the drum made this been number. No, we done.
Go send the artist a certificate. Do whatever. Put them in the Hall of Fame if you have to.
It's a wrap.
Let it go.
Yeah. So mine this week was definitely vice versa.
Vice versa. What do I need to put? You know what? This is going to be specifically for two because I've been thinking about this for a while.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear Debo ever again in my lifetime.
Okay. Debo or any iteration of Debo, bro. Just because
reverse Debo.
You need to throw a couple notes in there and try to switch it up. Nah, bro. Yeah, so I'm glad. Okay, boom, hold on. I'm gonna write that, man. We're gonna make sure so y'all know. So y'all know that these songs need to be retired. Vice versa, and for two was Debo. I'm glad you brought it up, bro. Because niggas been trying to get Debo off since Friday. And bro, we get it. All right. So shout out to Langston, man, and everything that they're doing.
I didn't like the field show. I mean, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't finish the field show. I'm put that out there. I didn't finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Why it sounded really bad in the beginning. I just turned it off. I'm gonna spend some more time with it so I can actually detail and talk about what I didn't like about it, specifically what can be done. But nobody was matching tones. It just felt like people was playing it their own each individual way. Nobody was listening to each other. Like it was none of that going on. But
it's something that's why I'm glad we're doing this because I definitely want to bring some light to other programs, smaller programs that we don't necessarily like talk about like that in the mainstream. But that don't necessarily mean that y'all can sound like ass when we because we talk about y'all. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gonna get it as much as we critique big bands or bands with a little bit more presence. So yeah.
I try to be constructive,
Definitely.
But sometimes I hear stuff that be like, "Come on, like why? Like why do you?
Yeah.
Why do I have to listen to this? I don't have to." But...
Ooh, so he said, "Why do I have to?" Well, wrapping up.
Know what you mean.
Wrapping up today's episode, man. We're gonna get in the song of the week. Manny, what's your song of the week, man?
My song of the week is Talladega Red Eye because even though it wasn't perfect, it's been stuck in my head ever since I listened to it. It's
and that
been up here.
And that song is by the dude Quando Rondo. I had to look it up because it's two songs. It's a song by NBA YoungBoy that's called Red Eye as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I was confused. But yeah, Quando Rondo, and it came out this year, so it was a good choice. Very good choice. Mm-hmm. I would choose, like I said, American Boy by Alcorn. I really feel like they did that. I feel like, and also shout out to their band director, Alcorn's band director. I saw a video of them in the band room, and the band director conducted American Boy, and he conducted the song that they played in the band room, and he
Mhm.
was just really giving off a lot of energy. Like he's running through the ranks, like running through the seats or whatever, like really getting them energized. So I really fuck with that, and I feel like that is what can get your program in a virtual battle to win. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all have
Mhm.
energy, y'all are locked in with y'all director, y'all locked in with everybody else. So I feel like American Boy was a good, and they really ate that. I feel like that's one of the best songs in the virtual battle. So yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah, man.
agree with that. Who you got? If you want to see Alcorn versus Talladega, who you think?
That's I think that'd be a good one, man. Mm, I feel like man, I'm gonna go with Talladega, but I feel like Alcorn will definitely give it up, bro.
Mhm.
That's a good battle to see, man, and that's what they need to schedule too, man. Talladega with a virtual battle because they don't have a football team, unless we're gonna get in the football team. They don't have a football team like that, but yeah, man, I would love to see that battle. What do you think?
Ah, Kurt, I would. I don't know, man. It's to me. I'll put my money on Alcorn.
Really?
I'll put my money on Alcorn.
All right.
But I think is very likely Talladega will win. But I put my money on Alcorn. I'm gonna tell you what the history of the previous battles, how
Mhm.
they win, and I've known that when they see each other, Talladega runs out of juice faster than Alcorn does.
Yeah. Yeah.
They tend to Alcorn has tend to have better endurance.
Yeah. They do. They do. Yeah.
So that's what I put it on.
And that's historically what I see in Dega's battles. They start out really well, but but they run dry. Um, well, man, let's go ahead and wrap it up, man, with the final thought. Um, I think the final thought. I'm gonna take it off a band real fast, but we're still gonna talk about
Hmm.
HBCUs. My final thought is I love how competitive SWAC football is getting, bro. Because I saw a clip of Alabama A&M's coach talking shit about Deion Sanders and Deion Sanders response. I'm like, yes, man, this is the culture that we need, bro. Because this is what they're doing. Normally, like we don't really get into like you know all aspects of SWAC football like we do with college or ACC football as
Hmm.
much. So I feel like with Deion Sanders, because Deion Sanders has been losing his ass off at Jackson State yes, for the past 3 weeks. I literally only think that Deion Sanders is wins at Jackson State if somebody tries to steal the stuff. But no, for real though. I just like the competition that they're giving off, man. Like I'm excited to see between SWAC, band, and football next year, bro. I'm so excited, man. I'm definitely have to make a couple games.
It's definitely got me interested in the football part of things more because I feel like with Deion and Jackson, and it kind of spreads light on the other football teams in the SWAC, and then they're gonna beef up too because they're gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
compete. And competition, we're gonna see the benefits of that. Just seeing the competition between the football teams, band's gonna be there. It's gonna be intense. The environment's gonna
Yeah,
shift, man. The environment's gonna be
right.
crazy.
Yeah. And shout out to Tennessee State. They just hired Eddie George, who was a wide receiver. He played in the NFL.
I
So
saw
I
that.
mean, like Deion Sanders is I mean, we talk about him, but he's really I think the conversation is shifting onto other HBCUs and how these programs, man, are very, very important. And these programs are great programs that we have to look at and we have to value just as much as we do any other entity of sports.
Southern Heritage is gonna be epic.
Yeah,
Southern Heritage, boy.
yeah. So
I
I'm
can't
excited to
wait.
see, and hopefully bands can travel too, man. So, but
Yeah,
that's my final thought.
I'm gonna go right with your final thought because I don't got anything else to add on that one. So we're gonna ride out with that one.
Okay, bet. Well, look, man, we
Okay.
appreciate y'all. Follow the page, the Instagram page. Manny is gonna have an Instagram. I promise you. By the time you hear this, because
I
on the
swear to
Instagram
God.
page, it just has my Instagram, and I'm not the only nigga on this podcast. So we're gonna get Manny Instagram, but you need to
I
follow
gotta
me.
start from scratch, dog.
It's all good, man. You gotta start from somewhere. You think Manny wants pictures from 2013? Come on, man. It's just a new day. We gotta
Right.
keep going. But the page Crank Up Pod. Thank you guys until we come back for another week of great band talk. We appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good one.
Y'all have a great one.
Like you done this, I cannot help being modest. No STDs, I'm the rawest. I show myself love, they gon' hate me regardless.